right, if you need homework help, I'm just going to kind of go over briefly some of the problems or give you some clues off the video. So you had 1 through 3, pages 1 through 3 even, and then 6 through 7 all. So on the first page, number 2, your keyword is angle bisector. So make the segments equal to each other, and then the perpendicular bisector, I apologize. And then make the measure of angle FHG. I went ahead and put the markings to match what they gave us in the problem. And then that will help you set it up. You will have a quadratic that you can just solve just by taking the square root. So it's not a hard quadratic to solve. Just isolate the x squared. Then on 4, keyword is angle bisector. I gave you a clue for that. Keyword on 6 is equilateral. All sides are congruent. And all angles are 60. And also when I draw my altitude, it becomes a perpendicular bisector. So it bisects the base. Keyword on 8 is angle bisector. Point F has equal distance to the side. We got to use the theorem 5.4. And then on the next page, let's go through this because I'm going to walk through at least the odd one. Because they want you to practice with perpendicular bisector with system of equations. Since we have this tick mark, and then I have this point on the perpendicular bisector, I'm going to add and go ahead and show my property, perpendicular bisector property, or theorem, to show that the distance from that point on the bisector to the endpoint is going to be equal. So I'm going to do number 13, which is going to be similar to 12 and 14. So the first thing we're going to write is 3x plus 4 is equal to 8y minus 3. And then I'm also going to write 5x plus 1 is equal to 10y minus 4. Okay, because we have two variables here and they want us to solve using a system, we need to put it in standard form. So we're now going to change this, put our y's over here, and actually not first, but put it on the left side, and put our numbers on the right. And I'm just going to rewrite it so it's in standard form. When I do that, this becomes 3x minus 8y, because the 8y was positive on the right side, equal a negative 7. And then this becomes 5x minus 10y, and this equals a negative 5. And so this is what you need to do. You need to get it in standard form, line up your x and y's. If I look, I have no opposite terms, but I can change the x's by, because they have a multiple of 15, common multiple, at least common multiple of 15. So I'm going to multiply the top by a negative 5 and the bottom by just 3. And I'm going to rewrite that. So basically, when I rewrite it, I have negative 15x plus now 40y is equal to a positive 35, because I'm multiplying the negative 5 to everything. So now this is a positive 15x minus 30y equals negative 15. And now I can eliminate the x's. So by using addition, negative 15x plus a positive 15x is 0. This will leave me with a positive 10y. And this is going to leave me with 20. And then we're going to divide by 10, and y equals 2. So now that we have y, we are just going to plug it in to either equation. Plug it into one of these equations up here. I'm just going to go ahead and put it in, because y is 2. Let's go ahead and put in the first one. So this is going to be 3x minus 8 times 2 equals a negative 7, which is really 3x minus 16 equals a negative 7. Then we're going to add 16 to both sides, so we get 3x equals 9, and then x divided by 3 is going to give me 3. So my actual order pair, my solution is 3, 2. So you're going to do the same thing on 12 and 14. Just get into a system. I guess to help you out, we have the 5x minus 1 is equal to 3y. And then we have 2y plus 1 is equal to 2x plus 3. But we need to put it in standard form. So move the y's and the x to one side and the constants, your numbers, to the other side. So this would give me 5x minus 3y equals a positive 1. And this is going to give me a negative 2x plus 2y equals 2. And then we need to create opposite terms so we can eliminate. So that's my help for you on those. We are definitely going to see that as part of your check. And then down here, we're just using, same thing, perpendicular bisector. So if I tell you it's perpendicular bisector, then we should know they're going to be equal distance. to the endpoints. So here, perpendicular bisector. So you're going to do each perpendicular bisector so that it's equal distance to the endpoints or to the vertices if it was a triangle. But then, so you need to find each one, the AB, find the X, and then AD, find the Y, and then plug in X and Y from number 22 and 24 to double for AC. So here, we're, again, equal distance is a common thing. And so you don't have to do page 4, but on page 6, let me get there real quick. Just to recap. All right, so you got to look at the labeling to determine if it's an orthocenter, centroid, incenter, or circumcenter. All right, so because there's tick marks and there's a box, I have a perpendicular bisector. So if it's a perpendicular bisector, then it's a circumcenter. No, misspelled that. Sorry. P is a circumcenter because that's the intersection of the perpendicular bisector. Because now we just only see the box, we know their altitudes, so this would have to be an orthocenter. Because the orthocenter is the intersections of the altitude. Here we see only arcs as an angle bisector, so the answer is incenter. Because that's the intersection of angle bisectors. And then the last one is an example. Here we only see tick marks to show we have midpoints here. That means that that's a median, so this is a centroid. All right, so I did a couple. Read it based on the markings. That will help you determine what type of special segment you're dealing with, and then that will help you determine your point of concurrency. Use your chart that has, the little table that I gave you to help you with that. And basically, that's what you're doing here. Here, keyword is perpendicular bisector. So they're telling us that UV is a perpendicular bisector. They put the tick marks in here to show you that. And then we also have, what these marking here is an angle bisector. Now, to find your SU, you're going to have to obviously set them equal to each other and then solve. To find your Y here, if I know that this is 90, this side is 90, notice that we have a triangle here. Remember, the remaining two acute angles are complementary. You know this is 50, so that would help us to find that Y there. And then once we know Y, we can just plug it in and to solve it for XVT. So we're going to have to find X, going to have to find Y, and then plug it in. I would, again, use your table that was given to you to help you determine, look at your pictures on the back. And then, again, you just determine if it's a perpendicular bisector, angle bisector, or median. Use your table to help you problem solve on this problem as well. All right, so if this doesn't help and you need some additional help, please come see me in the morning. Have a good one. Bye. Walking away.